Hey everybody, how's it going? Randy here with Nerds Templar. This is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. It's set 19. It is the very end of set 19, the yellow division. 2 sets left to go for everybody after this, every division that is. We'll have, of course, a fighter in each of those sets and subsets on a bye for every division. Anywho, yes, things are getting crazy in every division. It's no different here. After 18, 14-3, me Swordfighter at the top. Incineroar just below him though, 13-4. Swordfighter coming off his bye there. After losing one recently. Incineroar 13-4, Min 12-5. Olimar is 11-6, who beat the 11-6 Ridley, 11-7 Sephiroth between them there. And we got the 10-7 Isabelle, Ike, and Robin. Isabelle beat Ike, Ike beat Robin, and Robin fights Isabelle in set 21, so that's going to be amazing, perhaps. Maybe even a fight for that top 8. 9-8 Richter, along with Pikachu, who Richter beat Pikachu. 8 losses, though, still a chance for the top 3, so somehow Pikachu does still have a chance, but it's very unlikely that he does. But he does still have a more decent chance for the top 8 still to stay in this yellow division where he's from. His home, 8-10 Ice Climbers, who came from the blue, did really well early in the season and now is on the brink of playoffs. And playoff elimination, in fact, put it that way. 7-10's behind him because there's 4 of them, 7-10 Joker, Samus, Pokemon Trainer, and Game & Watch. Joker beat Samus. Samus beat Pokemon Trainer and Game & Watch, and Pokemon Trainer beat Game & Watch. And so they're in that order for a reason. Only one of them gets into the playoffs, Joker. Samus and Pokemon Trainer are in that moving middle. Game & Watch is in the bottom 6, along with Sonic at 6-11, Zero Suit Samus at 6-12, Daisy 5-12 with Wii Fit Trainer. Daisy beat Wii Fit Trainer, so moving to the bottom, to the third to last place. Daisy on a heater now, and then Duck Hunt down at the bottom, 3-14, the only one technically eliminated in this division so far. But I'm pretty sure that all those 12 losses are also going to be done. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. We got Isabelle taking on Pikachu today. Game & Watch against Joker. Pokemon Trainer versus Sonic. Zero Suit Samus against Robin. Samus versus Wii Fit Trainer. Daisy versus Duck Hunt. Ooh, that's a big one. Richter then taking on Incineroar in our first of the best 4. Then me Swordfighter against Ike. Sephiroth versus Olimar. And finishing up with Ridley taking on Min. That's going to be an awesome one. And Ice Climbers at 8-10 on the bye. So depending on what happens, Ice Climbers could actually be out of playoffs today. We'll have to see. Let's find out. We are still on the random skins for one more set after this. We're going to do it set 20. Maybe 21 we'll go back to original skins. And I think for the playoffs, maybe not for the maybe for Division 2 division rounds, we'll just go for the regular skins again. And then once we go into League playoffs, maybe we'll go for secondary and tertiary skins. Move it up just a little bit. But now we're going to do some random ones. Isabelle, 10-7. Pikachu, 9-8. Incredibly important for both of them. Top 8 match for sure here. That is intending for that top 8 because I don't know if they can both make it in. Not enough room for both. Ooh, Pikachu out of here already. Isabelle, supersize, help begin things. And she has yet to clinch the playoffs at 10-7. Doesn't do it. 11 does. 11 makes it for sure. 10 probably does for sure as well. We'll find out again today if that will do it. I'm sure it will. So either way is possible. Isabelle's already good. Pikachu may need one more. It may not be that easy for him. He's got Pokemon Trainer next. It's going to be one that, again, it's going to be another close one. Lower than him, but could be just one match behind him at that point if Pika loses here and Trainer wins today. Pikachu struggling a lot here right now against Isabelle. Just lost the Super Mushroom at least. 83 though on Isabelle. It's a tough one, that's for sure. But he's got an even tougher one to finish against Incineroar, the number 2 right now. So Pikachu really needs to win. I mean, if not this one, then at least the next one. But getting both of those would certainly be good. Especially for a top 8 shot. I don't think he's going to have one. If he loses both of them, he's not going to have a top 8 chance, but he will have a good chance at playoffs still. In fact, would end 10-10 at that point and be the same as last season, 10-10, which is pretty good, all things considered. Considering, again, that so much has changed between seasons. Good that you can at least remain the same. To get that or better is fantastic, really, the way it's looking. Isabelle, though, again, she's probably going to be in. She's got Sonic next. That's going to be nice and easy. Well, not like nice and easy, I guess. Sonic's 6-11. He could even be fighting for playoffs, but I mean, depending on how Isabelle does, yeah, she could be. I don't know. We'll see. She's got Robin last, and that's also not an easy one. 10-7 with her right now. We already talked about that while going down their standings earlier. It's a very important one there. It's going to be more important for Isabelle if she can't pull this one out, but she will. Right? I mean, right now it's 11-129 after that attack on Pikachu, 2 stock each, but really it's an entire stock advantage for Isabelle at this point. Pikachu pulls the Poison Mushroom. No, not good. There he goes. Another stock down for Pika. Looks like Isabelle's going to take this one pretty easily today. Here to begin. Might take a moment. Might take her a moment longer. Super Mushroom below. Pikachu doesn't go for it. Isabelle's fishing. Oh, Pikachu does grab it in time, and then a Poison Mushroom falls on him. That's too bad. That's how it goes sometimes, though. Fortunately, one of the more important matches is going to happen to Pikachu. 52, he's going to get a Super Mushroom again. 52, 68 on Isabelle's second. Almost launchable. Doing a good job of stacking up that damage on Pika's last, though, already at 51%. Looking like it is over. Been looking like it was over for a while now. Pikachu, another Poison Mushroom, taking all of that tree missile. And that's going to do it. No problem for Isabelle. This is a very easy win, very easy win. 11-7 now for her, and she's going to have another pretty easy one and one more tough one. But yeah, if she can win 2 more, though, I mean, if she can win 1 more now that she won this, go to 12, it's she's not really going to be playing for the top 8 at the very end. She's just going to be in it, it looks like. Getting closer. And Robin now, Robin and Ike, that is, 10-7s, both going to be, you know, wondering if they can do it next today. They can continue up with her, because they can't all make it. They can't all make it. Pikachu's now fallen even farther to 9-9. Richter's 9-8. We'll have to see how he does today as well. But those 2 9-8s, and then we got the 3 10-7s, and only 2 of the 10-7s can make it in. Sephiroth 11-7 on his bye next time could also be on the edge there of losing out of the top 8. We'll see. Well, we actually rolled the secondary skins of these 2, so there you have it. Game & Watch versus Joker. Another important one, of course. Most of them are important now at the very end. Thought maybe whenever we got to this point, the last few sets, the last couple sets at least, we'd have more matches that were kind of didn't mean a whole lot, but doesn't look like it's working out that way. I mean, maybe 1, maybe 2, but that's about maybe going to be it. Right now, Game & Watch 7-10 pack, the bottom of it. But you just never know how everybody else is going to do there, especially the 7-10 Joker, who you're up against. You beat him, you're in a great spot to begin things, at least. That's really, I believe that's the last match to be done. No. It also looks like, yeah, Joker has to take on Pokemon Trainer, and that's the last set. That's going to be incredible. That might be for the playoffs. That might be for the playoffs. That's going to be great. Joker, before that, though, has Isabelle. That's going to make it even fun. Trainer, though, has Pikachu. A little easier than Isabelle, as we just saw there. And then they're going to fight each other. Right now, they're both 7-10, so we'll see if Joker can go up or goes down. Trainer has Sonic next, after this match, right after this match, 6-11. So slightly similar, at least. About the same difficulty level, at least. Game & Watch, the bottom of the 7-10, Sonic the only 6-11. The last buy, by the way, is Zero Suit Samus, who doesn't matter as much. 6-12 down there, probably already done. So really the only ones that do matter, Climbers today and Sephiroth next time, set 20. After that, we're pretty much just straight into set 21 with everybody going all out. Nobody, you know, just meaning really nobody's going to be sitting there wondering where they end up, because it won't matter for Zero Suit. Unless it maybe matters if she's going to go into the move in middle or not, perhaps. Anyway, that being said, Game & Watch actually has the lead here. Joker going to take away the stock advantage at least, but 34 on him. Not bad, but Game & Watch going to get an extra hit, and then a Poison Mushroom. Joker's going to pull the suit. Nope, he's not going to get the Super Mushroom. He's just going to stand there. Game & Watch goes for it, ends up getting a Poison Mushroom instead for his troubles. And yeah, Joker's able to pretty much bring it back to even here. Got the Ghost. Size, no size advantage for anybody. Yeah, Joker bringing it right back to even here. Poison Mushroom again on Game & Watch. They don't want to do that. 7 and 10 again. 7 and 10 to both of them. This is huge right here. At the very end of the season. Robin next for Game & Watch, and then Olimar. It just gets harder and harder for him, so he's got to win now while he has a chance. Oh man, tossed into that. Was he poisoned and then tossed into the knocked in? That is the Super Mushroom. Like a normal size, maybe slowing his launch there a little bit. Oh, nice poison Joker. Game & Watch takes the lead back. 86% on his second. And a Super Mushroom. What can he do with it? Joker blocks the decent hammer there. Done some damage. 92 on Game & Watch. Joker needs a big hit. Big Mushroom helps. Now you need to connect. 92 certainly would be easy enough to launch. Not going to do it with that super. There's another one on the stage. Nobody's going to get that one. 34 on Joker's last now. It's about to get the Spirit again. $123 on Game & Watch's second. Joker still only at 53. Still within ballpark of comebackable. Not anymore, says Game & Watch. What a shot. I'm not even sure what he did right there. I don't think it was a hammer. But that was some big damage on a not so injured Joker. And down he goes. Wow. Great job, Game & Watch. That is incredible. Game & Watch did not make the playoffs last season. Mind you, he was from the blue and he was 8-12. So he was, he was kind of close, but he wasn't really exactly that close. He was kind of close. Just like he is now, 8-10. It looks like he might end up the exact same record with Robin and Olimar next to, potential two top 8s with Robin at number 9, 10-7, and Olimar at 11-6. Yeah, we'll see. Joker though, yeah, that's interesting for him certainly. I mean, Game & Watch is going to have a much better chance at playoffs just because he's got the win. But 7-11 for Joker, he does, like we said, he's got Isabelle, and then that even more important match. Well, easier but more important because it's against Pokemon Trainer with about the same record. We'll see going into that if they do have the same record. But again, could be for that last playoff spot if Game & Watch doesn't just steal it from everybody. And here's Pokemon Trainer now.
3, 2,
1 more, right? Yeah, Samus, the last 7 and 10 to go. Won't be till one match away. I see Zero Suit and Robin after this, but then we'll see Samus versus Wii Fit. Right now, though, this is just as important with the 6 and 11 Sonic right behind this 7 and 10 pack. A win against Trainer puts him in, maybe, just maybe, puts him into the move in middle. Probably, I mean, Pokemon Trainer, I don't know, they were number 1 last season in the yellow here. Perhaps they'd like to stay. You don't really want to be in the staying 6th at the bottom. They'd rather be in the staying 8 at the top. But hey, if you gotta stay by losing it, oh man, Sonic, nice attack on the edge as Charizard comes flame dashing back. Sonic up a nice lead right now for Sonic. 24 only on his first stock. What a great first stock bout for him. Squirtle. Oh man, big Squirtle almost taking that knockout. Not quite. 62 on Sonic. Now another big Squirtle. Of course, yes, we get no trainers got Joker. We already talked about that. We actually already talked about trainer having Pikachu next, I believe, as well. So obviously when Pikachu was fighting, we talked about that. So a tough one in Pikachu, a tough and important one in Joker. But you know what? With the Ice Climbers where they are, they're on a bye now with at 8 and 10. That's not solid though. And Pikachu falling 9 and 9. Richter could go 9 and 9. We could have some extra spots here opening up for the playoffs for more of these 7 and 10s, 7 and 11s after today. Maybe have a chance to still get in. Maybe Squirtle eliminated. I guess maybe it was Charizard is Squirtle's out now, so Pokemon Trainer that is eliminated again, and Sonic just looks like he's gonna sweep this one. Ivysaur maybe gonna make sure it's not a flawless. We'll see. 103 on Sonic. It should be very easy. Ivysaur is big. Oh man, getting beat up by Sonic there. Wow. 111. 118 on Sonic, still not launched. Oh man, poisoned and still not. It's like the poison mushroom slowed him down. Just by getting the poison mushroom. Any mushroom. Apparently. That was weird. It's attack on the edge again, but it's not going to be enough to knock that. It is going to be enough, not for the launch, but it is enough to knock Sonic off. And it's not going to be a flawless victory at least. 43 on Ivysaur. Last stock. It's not looking great. Sonic is poisoned though here. 33 on his second, but Ivysaur not doing him any damage at all. That's too bad. Missed his chance. Got a big mushroom now himself. Attempted the nice knockout on the ledge, but couldn't get it. 59 on Sonic, 45 on Ivysaur. The last stock. Another poison mushroom for Sonic. Wait a second, Ivy. Can you get the knock? Yes. So close. Not quite. 77. There it is, though. No, still not. Wow, it's so close. The Razor Leaf is gonna be enough, though. Sonic is down again, and now, all of a sudden, Ivysaur, the MVP of this one, bringing it back into winnable range for the Pokemon Trainer. Almost tossed Sonic into the Poison Mushroom. If he would have grabbed that while he was falling down, that was game right there, but he didn't. Luckily, it was gone before he fell off and grabbed it accidentally. Now Charizard's going to come out after being eliminated twice. See if he can finish things off. Sonic is big, and Charizard is eliminated again. And all of Ivysaur's hard work is for naught. Apparently, Sonic was a water type. Using that water crystal for some powered up attack at the end there. Water gem. And it's too bad. It would have been an awesome comeback, but it's sort of awesome. It's not really an upset, but it's an awesome, like, quote-unquote upset for Sonic, who was down one match and now is tied. Also tied with Joker, who goes down. So we got a bunch of them down. The Game & Watch goes up. Sonic goes up. Trainer and Joker go down. Samus could go up, way up. We'll have to see. Sonic finishes things off with Incineroar, and then Richter. So Incineroar, that is unfortunate. Richter, actually, he could even maybe go above. I don't think he can get above Richter, but he could still bring him down farther. I don't know if he wants to do that. He does, only because he probably just wants to win out here to have a shot. 7 and 11, it's gonna be rough. He's gonna have to win out, Sonic, that is, to get in. But with all the 7 and 10s losing, you never know. Could end up a couple 9 and 11s getting in. All right, this one is maybe the last one with both competitors that matter, kind of, but not really. Zero Suit Samus has the bye, has the extra win over the others at 5 and 12 right now, who still need to get that extra win that she already has. She could end up 8 and 12 with 2 wins here, and next one against Olimar, which is even tougher than this extremely tough Robin match. Robin almost The Super Mushroom helped getting the elimination already. Close, but not quite here. Zero Suit, 6 and 12, like I said. It's 5 and 12 is behind her. More easily eliminated, but yeah, Zero Suit, not a whole lot of chance. Sonic winning at 6 and 11 doesn't help her at all. But all the other 7 and 10s all lose, and definitely helps. Of course, Game & Watch, one of the 7 and 10s had to win. So, in fact, because of that, she's almost out. Because it's going to make it, that last spot's definitely going to be 8 to get into the playoffs now because of Game & Watch. And if Samus wins, then 8 won't even, 8 and 10 won't even do it. Won't even quite do it. That's funny. That voice. But right, either, oh man, Zero Suit is gonna tie it back up to stock. 16 only on Zero Suit Samus. This is interesting. I mean, it's incredibly unlikely that Zero Suit makes it in because the matchups she has aren't really helping her drop anybody out. Olimar, again, they're both tough. Well, this and Olimar, neither of them are going to be dropped out of playoffs because of her win. Meaning that it's just other matches that have to go her way. It's not something that she can help happen. All she can do is win out and then everything else is in everyone else's hands, which includes everybody that's above her: Sonic, Game & Watch, Trainer, Samus, and Joker, and Ice Climbers. I guess at this point at 8 and 10 right now on their bye. Could end up 8 and 12 with a massive tie at 8 and 12. Maybe, who knows what happens. Could even have a couple then at 8 and 12 getting in. Didn't have any last season. Only won 9 and 11 in the entire league last season, and it was Ice Climbers, and they did make the very last seed of the playoffs. Didn't have to win any tiebreaker because of that. But we're probably gonna have. I wouldn't be surprised if we had more than 1, 9, and 11 make it out of all the divisions now this season. Zero Suit Samus gets the first knockout on the second stock fight here. Wait a moment. 99 on her. Launchable, but not exactly easily. Super Mushroom would make it easy. There's a nope. No one get Robin. No. Yes. Robin gets it. One attack will do. Poison Mushroom knocks her back to normal though. 121 on Zero Suit has Robin up to 33 on that last. Very interesting. Robin, the 10 and 7 at the bottom of that three-way tie. Losing to Ike. Isabelle beat Ike. Ike beat her. Isabelle and she have yet to fight. Isabelle won. She's knocked Zero Suit Samus out now with some Super Mushroom help. She's up to 62 after these attacks. So Zero Suit Samus going on a flurry of strikes. 85 on Robin and a Poison Mushroom. Zero Suit Samus can finish this right now. The Super Mushroom off the side. Robin will not go back to normal size from it. She keeps on dodging. She's back to normal. 93%. She only took 1 hit, but it's still bad. Still in the danger zone. 11 on Samus right now. Can she finish off this massive upset? There it is. Wow, Zero Suit Samus. She is still somehow in this one. I don't know how, but she is. And Robin, oh man, I doubt that she's going to drop out of playoff contention. The way things are going, 10 wins is probably certainly going to get you in the yellow here. But 10 and 8 now. She drops farther. She's got a much worse shot now at staying in the yellow here. It's looking like she's probably going to move on. We only have a couple sets left, so what's the likelihood of it all happening that she somehow makes it back into the top 8? There's a chance still, but it's very, very small. She's got Game & Watch next. That's nice, but when you lose to Zero Suit Samus, it throws everything into question. She's had some other strange losses too. I don't know. She's had some good wins against good fighters and some bad losses against some bad ones. She's got Game & Watch next, and she finishes against Isabelle, as we mentioned. So she's going to have maybe a shot to take a place from Isabelle, but she's going to need some things to go her way before that. Needs that win against Game & Watch for sure. I really hate to count Zero Suit Samus out already. especially when she just had that great win. But yeah, it's 8 and 12 is possible, but if it's 8 and 12 gets you in, there's going to be so many at 8 and 12 that the chances are just going to be so slim for somebody who's already down there. The likelihood, it's more likely that the ones higher ranked will stay in the higher ranks, but I mean, I guess you never know. It just all does depend on matchups. As long as they got the right matchups in the head-to-head, then they'll take the spots. So she just got to keep winning. She just has one more to win. That's all she's got to do, and then she just sits and waits. Set 21. So it may be a little more important in that last buy for the yellow here than we thought, somehow. But at the same time, she could just be done today. Regular Samus here. An amazing shot for her now, as she's 7 and 10. One of the 4 won. She could be the only other one to do it. Blocking the spike serve back with the Electro Whip and then getting a little damage in there. Nice 107. She's down at the moment. Of course, Zero Suit just went to 7 and 12. Wii Fit Trainer is 5 and 12. Has to win 3 to get to the point where win 2 to get to the point where Zero Suit is. And then of course they both have one match left to see if they can get one more better than that. So the best, again, Wii Fit Trainer can do is 8 and 12. Losing here and you're done for sure. Samus takes the lead with the first knockout. 140, 160. The spike serve isn't going to do it though. Samus was, I think, supersized, but maybe not when that came in. Oh man, the counter definitely going to do it there on the side. Samus a very tiny lead now, neck and neck. Allows the poison mushroom is right between them. It does get Wii Fit Trainer. It was the same for Zero Suit. Losing, you're done. Same for Daisy next against Duck Hunt, who's already done. Daisy keeps winning. Wii Fit won't have a chance. They're tied. I mean, they're tied right now, and Daisy beat them. So, and those are the tiebreakers that'll matter. But yeah, I'd say they're both done. Samus, great shot here. Great shot. Didn't make the playoffs last season in the blue. Had a little bit of a comeback in the end to get to 7 and 13, but still, yeah. Zero Suit Samus, by the way, was 5 and 15 last season. She is by far, with two wins, better already. Much better than last season. To even have a chance at the playoffs is amazing. Same with Sonic, 6 and 14. He's now 7 and 11, so he's already he's now doing better than last season. They've all done better. That's actually nice to see. It's a breath of fresh air because not everybody has. Not everybody has. Put it that way. To say that. Wii Fit Trainer knocked out Samus with the lead. Again, 87% only on her now. A little bit more of a lead than last time. A little bit. Doesn't mean it will remain. No. Wii Fit Trainer, some nice attacks. Can't get the knockout and grabs a poison mushroom afterward. So Samus is going to remain a little longer here. Get a tiny bit of damage down perhaps before losing this second stock of hers. 17 on a Wii Fit. Yeah, Samus though, an incredible chance from 7 and 13 to now maybe even go 10 and 10 this season. To win out and go 10 and 10. Wii Fit Trainer, Daisy next for Samus, and Duck Hunt. She finishes with the easiest 3, which is awesome for her. But she's not making it easy right now on herself. This is the hardest, I guess, of those 3, maybe. Well, Daisy and Wii Fit, again, are both 5 and 12, and Daisy did beat Wii Fit. Samus just pulled a poison mushroom. 31-44 on her big Wii Fit Trainer. That could be it. That could do it. No, she's back to normal, but Wii Fit still with some time blocking the spike serve. That was huge for Samus. The sun is about to come in. Oh, she blocks that as well. Super Mushroom, though, again on Wii Fit Trainer, 79-61. Wii Fit Trainer takes the lead. The spike serve hits the top platform. Normal sizes. Samus, Poison Mushroom, 79. She's behind. Can she avoid being attacked? Wii Fit Trainer healing himself up, 68 right now, 87 on Samus. Spike Serve blocks the Energy Blast and almost hits Samus. This is insane, 99-81. At the very end of things, it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. And we have a dim screen. It's a 5-minute match. Figured that would happen the way things are going. Mushroom falls directly on Samus, and that could do it. That is going to do it. Oh my goodness. What a match. Samus, though, 7 and 11, like all the other ones except Game & Watch. Game & Watch just moving way up there today. Out of the bottom 6 and way into playoffs. Because everybody else lost. What a match. For the now 6 and 12 Wii Fit trainer. They're trying so hard to stay, but that's the kind of win you need against Samus. Samus has 2 more easier ones to make it to 8 and 12 and have a shot still at the playoffs, but that's... So, I'm sorry, 9 and 11, not 8 and 12, but 9 and 11 have a great shot at still at playoffs. But you gotta hope the Wii Fit trainer is now one that you lost against. Can't hope they don't catch up, right? They got Ridley, Wii Fit trainer that is, got Ridley next, and then Sword Fighter. So the chances of that happening are slim. Facing off against number 5 and then number 1 currently. Samus has it extremely much easier. In fact, by next set it will be the second to last again. This was second to last in Wii Fit trainer today. Next time it's probably going to be second to last in Daisy, unless Daisy beats Duck Hunt next time, which is very possible. And then she'll have the Duck Hunt last. So, I mean, should be a walk in the park. It should have already been. This is really the only one she can kind of lose, though. See if she can make it 9-11. Okay, and one that does not matter. Does for Daisy. Daisy really cares about it. Loses and she's eliminated. Wins and she, like, kind of has a chance still. I mean, she has quite a decent chance. If you go 6 and 12, and all the 7 and 10s except 1 just drop to 7 and 11. You have 2 sets left, and you're 1 match behind everybody in the that's just out of playoffs. 7-11 is going to be just out of playoffs. The 8 and 10 is there's going to be 2 8 and 10s, and they're both going to be getting into playoffs. The way things are right now. In fact, that's the way it's going to be. Pikachu's going to be right above the 8 and 10s at 9 and 9. Richter hasn't gone yet. He's either going to be 10 and 8 or 9 and 9. So there's that. Those aren't going to matter as much. They kind of do still. But Climbers on the bye going to stay at 10 and 8. That's important. Game & Watch going up. The only one going up to 10 and 8 and 10. That's, of course, also important. That's going to make it slightly harder for everybody, of course, because he is going to make it that 8 wins instead of a chance for a 7 win to somehow make it in this division at the end. You're definitely going to need 8 at least. Because of that, but we are going to have the Joker, Samus, Pokemon Trainer, Sonic tie, 4-way tie then at 7 and 11. Man, so 2 of the 7 and 11s are going to be in the moving middle, 2 are going to be out of it. None of them are going to be able to make the playoffs at that point. But the fact that they're all right there, the 6 and 12s, yeah, I can certainly see them having a shot. Not to mention the 7 and 12 Zero Suit Samus. So Daisy, can you do it? Can you stay in with everybody else down there? Because everyone else at the very bottom won. Duck Hunt's the one. Duck Hunt does not matter anymore. He's the only one eliminated wholly. He also, let's see here, 3, 4, 5. He can only get to 6. He can only get to 6 and 14. So he can't even make the move in middle at all. He's just going to be here for good. Duck Hunt in the yellow for good forever. No, until, you know, through into next season, he's going to stay. Just like me, Sword Fighter, I'm assuming he's going to stay here for sure. At this point, yes, me, Sword Fighter is good. Stay in the yellow. Incineroar close. Not quite, though. Let's see how they do today. Looking like it probably will be, though, after today. Still going to be just 13, yeah. I think 13 will be good. Oh, Daisy getting another knockout on Duck Hunt, making it easy for herself maybe here. 144, I thought it was going to be a little closer, but she got that second one quick. And so 144 on her first stock only. Can Duck Hunt get 1? I can't believe how bad Duck Hunt has looked. Only 3 wins, winning the very first set, very first match they had against Ridley of all people. And then we had this. And we've had this entire time. Duck Hunt just unable to do anything against anybody. Except last set when they beat Wii Fit Trainer. I mean, come on. Wii Fit Trainer, and Sonic. So like 2 that are also down there. It makes sense. The Ridley one doesn't make as much sense. Peach, yeah, Daisy gonna try to do some climbing. Peach didn't have the chance. Peach was number 2 last season in the red, and now she's eliminated at 4-14 from the playoffs in the red already. 4-14, but Daisy is 6-12 and has a chance. Still has a chance. Duck Hunt maybe giving that one up to her, saying, "Okay, I'm out. I guess I'll help out one of you lower ranks." Because Duck Hunt has Richter next, and then Samus. So I mean, he could be really annoying. Maybe not so much to Richter. Richter does have a shot still at the top 8. If he can win today, then a great shot at the top 8. But yeah, so Duck Hunt could do some spoiler things there. He could do some huge spoiler things against Samus in that last set. But right now, it looks like he's just going to give one to Daisy. It's going to be 6-12 then for her as well. Going to stay above Wii Fit Trainer. Going to both stay in contention for the playoffs, insanely enough. She's, of course, got Samus next herself and finishes up with Ridley herself. So that is not going to be how you want to finish things. All right, best 4 matches. Here we go. Richter. There he is. Talked about him several times. Just mentioned him. 9-8. Pikachu lost at 9-8 already. Richter was already above him. With the 10-7 Robin losing. 2 more 10-7s to go. Isabelle already won, that is. Sorry. Isabelle won and went up. Robin lost and went down. Mike still to go. Richter, a shot at getting very close to the top 8 here with 2 of the 10-7s currently getting in. But Incineroar is number 2, 13-4. So can you beat him? As we mentioned in the past, Incineroar has a tendency when he loses, it's usually because he's beaten himself to some extent at least. So yeah, you're gonna have to hope a little bit for that if you're his opponent. Richter has a lot he can use against him right now. You're seeing it all come out in full strength, 40 to 90%. Richter doing a great job right now. A lot of tosses happening, tossing him off the stage constantly. It's maybe not the best, though, the worst idea with Incineroar, being that that's usually how he defeats himself, by being tossed too far away, and his up B is really not that great. Incineroar, or Richter that is, just with the straight damage, getting the knockout first here on the big cat. That is huge. Oh, but he's not going to come back. 69%, just knocked a little too far away, and he has the same problem. He just doesn't crash and burn as hard as Incineroar does whenever he fails at the recovery. Incineroar, instead of just going with a small up B that doesn't do a whole lot for you, instead of that, he then finishes with a downward strike, a very fast downward strike, which is nice whenever you're on the stage and hitting something, but not so. Oh, he was just tossed. He just whipped him into the super mushroom. That threw off the whole clothesline and gave Richter a massive advantage. Wow, that was crazy. And then Poison Mushroom on Incineroar to boot. He's at 86, somehow staying on because he was knocked to the other side of the stage only. And his up B is going to be okay. When you're close enough to the stage, there's no problem. But yeah, it's not going to get you back very far. He does have that nice little like sideways leap that all fighters have, a little dodge like that. He's making great use of it right now on the side. It is still tied technically, but Richter's keeping a huge percent advantage pretty much this whole time, 57 to 121 right now. Incineroar blocking all the projectiles, so good. I mean, it's easy enough to do whenever you're not terrible at the game and you can see them coming. You have good enough reflexes, that is. Incineroar is going to get the knockout in the same fashion as last time, just knocking Richter a little too far away. He's got him pegged. What a dodge there. I don't know if that was planned or intentional, but hey, he did it. He's got a poison mushroom, and that's going to allow Richter to tie things up here and keep it interesting. This is anybody's match at all. Richter, I mean, this is how close it is in the top. Incineroar is 13-4, but oh man, taking it to poisoned Richter though. Oh, wait a second. Oh no, that could do it right there actually. Richter with the terrible. Oh, Incineroar almost hit him again and reset the up B. That would have been horrible for him. Hilarious. horrible for him, but no, he that's the problem. When you have the extra strength, like Richter and Simon and a lot of these other guys, Incineroar even, your detriment usually ends up being your recovery, and there you see it as always, as it always happens whenever one of those tough opponents like that loses. Pretty much always going to be because of that. But then you got guys like DDD who can just float forever, and he's still tough. But Incineroar is going to continue his climb toward the top. 14-4, just behind that 14-3 Sword Fighter. What'll he do today with Incineroar, the cat, right on his back? Richter is going to drop just like Pikachu to 9-9 and keep that top 8 a little clearer from any more contention. As Robin again also falls, and Ike with a win today. Next up here, could pull a little farther ahead there as well in that top 8 run. And here they are, me Sword Fighter versus Ike. Oh man, so Sword Fighter, can he remain above Incineroar? Ike, can he remain in the top 8? Well, he'll remain in the top 8 actually either way, because he beat Robin already, who lost, and Richter and Pikachu both lost, so he'll be there either way. But he would fall a little farther behind everybody else with the loss here, just like Robin. With then Isabelle going to 11-7. Sephiroth there right now with a match still to go and a bye still next set. 11 is safe. Isabelle is safe. 10 might also be safe the way 10 is not safe the way things are going, but it's still probably going to be pretty safe when all is said and done. Actually, I take that back because there's going to be no 7 losses. 8 will definitely get you in. So I think that means, yeah, 10 losses is definitely in. 11 losses would be out, so 10-10 would definitely be in. As things stand right now, I believe that means that yes, the 10 wins does actually get you in now in the yellow, because only the one person won. Only the one fighter got to that 8 and 10 point. Everybody else is 7 and 11 now. All right, Ike knocked out first. Sword Fighter number 1. Remaining with the leads, Poison Mushroom though, and this is a big fight. Of course, 2 huge swordsmen. I mean, the swordsman himself, and then Ike, who we know is like the swordsman from last season. He was the guy. In fact, he had the biggest undefeated streak. King DDD was the best this season. By the way, he's done. He went 10 wins before losing. Ike last season, he went, oh, that's right, yes. Unfortunately, we don't have the exact same records from last, didn't do them the same way, but we can see 8, 9 he won, and he had a bye there. It looks like he won 10. Oh, he won this, he was also 10-0. That's interesting. So DDD tied the best, probably the best win streak as well at 10, but also the best undefeated record so far in the league. Last season it was Ike at 10. He lasted the longest, and now we have DDD lasting 10 as well. That's funny. It can only last half the season apparently. Ike actually has the lead now. 2 quick knockouts on me Sword Fighter, and I have a very good feeling it was because he knocked him too far away. And again, you see the strength, or you could say the recovery is sacrificed for more strength in the Sword Fighter. And in Ike, he's another one. There's 2 more, and oh my, Ike just destroyed the Sword Fighter. That is insane. He's trying to reclaim his position as the best Sword Fighter in the league. It looks like he means business. He certainly meant business there. That's an 11-7 Ike, and he just dropped the Mii Sword Fighter down to 14-4 with Incineroar, which means, hey, I don't know how that matchup went, but I have a feeling Sword Fighter probably won that. But either way, it's pretty. Actually, I can see it in set 12. Incineroar beat the Mii Sword Fighter. Incineroar just became number 1 in this division. Can that cat ever lose? It's just always so good in everything. Why? Incineroar is always the best. OP. Why? We didn't even talk about who he has next. Richter, by the way, has Duck Hunt and then Sonic, so he's kind of got it a little easier. Sonic, again, going to be fighting for those last spots. Incineroar also has Sonic coming up next instead, which is a lot easier for him, of course. And then Pikachu, which is a slightly harder than Sonic, but still probably easy for Incineroar as long as he doesn't beat himself. Me Swordfighter now losing, going down to that 14-4. He doesn't have to worry about a whole lot of anything. Probably also almost clinching the top 3, which is the buys. Not quite there yet, though, so I guess he could still fall out of that. Oddly enough, yeah, it is still possible. And he's going to have to finish up with Min Min, again, who's number 3 right now, and going to be right behind him if she wins in her match at the end today. That's going to be insane. Incineroar. And then Swordfighter lastly has Wii Fit trainer, so maybe a little easier on him there. Maybe a way for him to easily get that top 3 without having to worry too much. If he can win it, I guess. Ike, for himself, his last 2, he's got Ice Climbers, and then he's got Sephiroth. So that's going to be a little tougher there. Sephiroth. It's getting right around the same rank, so he's going to win. If he wants to call himself the best sword fighter in the league, he definitely has to go through Sephiroth and overcome him. And then, yes, so that's about it. He does have that one slightly easier one. So maybe he can take advantage of that as well in the Ice Climbers. We'll see. Could also drop Ice Climbers out of playoffs because of that. Yeah, but Ike certainly not dropping out of the top 8 contention now. They are starting to leave everybody behind. Robin still with the shot at 10 and 8, but now we have 2 11 and 7s. Isabelle and Ike going up. 11 and 7 Sephiroth here. What can Olimar do? 11 and 6. This is huge. Sephiroth by next time. That's the difference in their matches there. And then, of course, he's coming back, as we just mentioned, against Ike. Could be tied at that point. Probably not going to be fighting for the top 8. Again, they're probably both going to be in the top 8 for sure. The way it's looking. I guess maybe it could change, but I don't think it will. And, oh, man. I mean, one of them, with that match, one of them could drop out, perhaps. Depends on a lot of other wins happening, I guess. Sephiroth knocked out first here. Alf. Olimar, Alf. Poisoned at the moment, back to normal. 57 only on that first stock. Looking really good right now against Sephiroth. A half a game up right now. Olimar finishes the season 0 suit Samus in Game & Watch. So could end 2 just by virtue of those wins. Could drop 2 out of playoff potential. Definitely 0 suit Samus. I guess it's a little different with Game & Watch. He's actually, again, the one with the best chance of getting in at 8 and 10 right now. But if he loses in his next one, Game & Watch against Robin, and then he's definitely going to have to worry. And Olimar could end it all for him in that next set. So yeah, Olimar has a chance to drop 2 out of playoffs in the next 2 sets. That's Olimar for you. Just got dropped from his first stock here by Sephiroth. It was at 98 though on his second, so Olimar retains a nice lead and gets another knockout with that Super Mushroom. Olimar Alf on a roll right now. Gonna drop Sephiroth down. And that's gonna put Ike and Isabelle above him. Again, they've all been right back and forth because of the buys, because Sephiroth has such a late buy right now. He's just been all over the place in the bottom of the top 8, along with all the others that are there. Robin, Ike, Isabelle. Pretty much those guys. Ridley, Olimar as well. Min Min, but she's just been climbing, man. She's been climbing. She's actually been number 3 for a bit now. Just trying to overtake Incineroar and Swordfighter, but now might be her chance coming up at the very end. But if she just keeps winning, she'll be fine. She'll get that top 3. She'll get a bye. It's really the best, that's the best thing you can really get, unless you just want bragging rights being number 1. That's about the only other thing. You're of course going to get better seeding, get a better opponent when you go into the playoffs in the second round. But other than that, yeah, as long as you can get the top 3, it's really all you could ask for. In such a, every division is so contentious. How could it not be with so many fighters? And hopefully the ones that aren't as contentious at the top will get more contentious as we move the middle pack of every division around. Just hope that there's 1 or 2 good fighters that end up down there because of a slightly bad season in a hard division, and then they end up in an easier division, and boom, all of a sudden they're top 8. Like I don't know, maybe like Ganondorf. Ask the blue what they think about him coming from the green last season. Sephiroth, not a great shot here. Olimar's kept the exact same lead this whole time. He's got a chance to, because he's poisoned right now, but just like I guess before, he has a chance to take a whole stock, more than a stock lead, and in that case the knockout here. Super Mushroom could do it. 149 on him right now. Sephiroth misses the massive explosion. I think Olimar is not going to have any problems finishing this one off here. Let's get eliminated one more time, but 104 on Sephiroth. Poison Mushroom on Olimar. I still don't even think that's going to be nearly enough. Sephiroth would have to attack him for one. Gets an attack in, 10% is not enough. Super Mushroom on Sephiroth is going to just keep him around, if nothing else. Gets a couple more attacks off. Olimar now returning the favor. 115 on Sephiroth. Certainly launchable. And at any size, well, not at any size, but as long as you don't have the deficit like now. Olimar again with the Poison Mushroom. Wait, 44 on Olimar. You can't let it happen. Oh, he just got the Super Mushroom just before Sephiroth grabbed that. That would have been bad. 136 to 57. Sephiroth is easily launchable, but with the wrong... Oh, man, don't stand above him. Oh, Poison Mushroom on Olimar again. Oh. He's just avoiding... Sephiroth is avoiding him more than anything. That's weird. Sephiroth kind of throwing, but not quite yet. 137. All it's going to take is that Poison Mushroom on Sephiroth, and that is probably going to be game. 137. Olimar is not going to goof around with the size advantage. Okay, he doesn't get him, but still 142 on Sephiroth. Standing above Olimar. You never want to be above your opponent like that. Super Mushroom on Olimar. That should do it. He's going to go on the attack. 151. Knockout. Sephiroth. Olimar's win. Wow, that came way, way, way too close. For where it was, that came way too close. But Olimar slash Alf is going to win that one. Barely. Barely. Sephiroth making it a match. But he's going to go down to 11-8 now. He is going to remain in that top 8, but he's the one. He's actually the one on the brink now. And because we'll have to see how he and Robin did, but if Robin can win next time while Seph is on the bye, that will be 11-8 for both of them. And it will then, of course, come down to their head-to-head Sephiroth versus Robin, which actually happened last set, and Sephiroth beat her. So there you have that. Sephiroth will remain ahead. In fact, through his bye next set, no matter what, he'll remain in the top 8. So that's good, but he does still have one more to go, right? And it's, again, not easy because he's got Ike. So we'll see if he can do that. Olimar is just chilling. Zero Suit Samus next for him, and Game & Watch after that. Again, could drop those two out. Not really having to worry about anything. Probably solidified the top 8 for himself, maybe even. Not quite, but very close with that 12-6 now. Here it is, last match. Ridley versus Min-Min. Gonna get much better than this. I mean, it can, obviously. Number 5 versus number 3, but it is number 5 versus number 3. And they're playing for so much right now. Ridley's the other 11-6. Olimar just won. Sephiroth went down, so he's kind of safer. But he has Isabelle and Ike breathing right down his neck, right behind him. Now 11-7s. He could go down to 11-7 with the loss to the higher ranked Min-Min. Min-Min 12-5 by herself at number 3. Been there for a bit now. Goes up. If she loses, I think she has the head-to-head against Olimar, it looks like. They don't have to play yet. I mean, they already played, that is, so yeah, I'm pretty sure she beat him already. But you don't want to drop. You don't want to drop to Ridley for sure. Right behind you. In fact, we'd have to see about the 3-way tie breakers if she loses to Ridley here, because they'd be all 3 of them, Min-Min, Olimar, and Ridley there. Olimar beat Ridley. Ridley would have beat her, and Min-Min would beat Olimar, so that would mean that they would just remain where they are, but with 2 matches left still to go, that could change everything in the top 3. Well, definitely the top 3, maybe even More than just the third place, though. Min Min did tie things up here, but she's taking some big damage from Ridley, who just keeps spamming that same attack we saw him start spamming last match. It's like the AI is growing and learning or something. It's almost all he does anymore. It's crazy. It's very strong, though. It does massive damage. It's a great launching attack. He's poisoned. You can't tell it, but he is. Tiny lizard now. 87 on Min Min. Super Mushroom, that is going to maybe help her bring this one back, but not quite. 13 only on Ridley. It's not anything at all. And she's back to normal. Ridley was back to normal before that, of course. 29 on her, 122 on her, 29 on Ridley. And he's big now. He doesn't have to actually hit her. He just has to, like, use his down A on the stage, and it hits the entire stage. And she's launched for a knockout. And Ridley is looking amazing right now. Looking like he's going to take this without much problem. 64 on him right now, though, as he's poisoned. Again, the poison is only going to do so much, as he's so big already. But Min Min with those crazy arms, doing some nice damage. Oh, what a knockout. 100% on Ridley, launched off the side of the stage. Min Min pulls the poison mushroom, though. Oh, no. She's still keeping the lizard at bay with those arms. And bringing this back to even percent here. Hold on, 22 to 28. Can she make a massive, massive comeback right now? It's possible. We just saw it almost happen last match. And again, Ridley with the poison mushroom. That is how things turn. That's how the turns table. And it's 36 to 39. As even as it pretty much gets. Both normal size. Ridley pulls the super mushroom, and with that, he can actually just take a knockout and a victory because he's just so strong. Min Min avoids most of it, 60 to 62. She still keeps it even. She takes a percent lead now. It's a poison mushroom. She doesn't grab it yet, at least. She doesn't grab it. Ridley with an attack, 78 to 77. Oh my, Min Min with the super mushroom. That could be it for Ridley. Look out. Another super mushroom. Min Min grabs that as well. She's got some extra time here. 102 on Ridley. Look, that one hit is all it will take. 102 to 98. Any hit, anybody, any hit. 115 to 98. Min Min gets caught in the Ridley tail and a poison mushroom. Ridley is going to take it to finish things today. What a match. What a match. Who is number 3? Who is number 3? I don't know. That is insane. We are going all out these last 2 sets to determine number 3 is what it's going to come down to. That's insane. 12 and 6, Min Min, Olimar, and Ridley now. Sephiroth went down, fortunately for them, to 11 and 8, so they don't have to worry as much about him. But man, that's insane. That is just crazy. Min Min is going to finish things off against me, Swordfighter, and then Ice Climber. So it's a little easier there. Me, Swordfighter, incredibly hard, obviously. And she would have had a really, really good shot to take number 1 from him if she could have won here and then won in that one. Of course, Incineroar could have blocked that from happening. But other than that, yeah, she had an incredible, incredible chance. And she just lost it with that loss. But Ridley, all of a sudden, is he going to be number 3? He was up there before Min Min took it from him. It was his spot, only for like 1 set. But still, he was there. But we're going to have that 3-way tie, and all of them beat one and lost to another. So no one's going anywhere for now. Ridley has Wii Fit Trainer next and finishes off with Daisy. So it's that for Min Min and for Olimar. Again, Olimar has Zero Suit Samus. And then Game & Watch, who's also 2 really easy ones for him. Min Min has by far the harder matches to finish off here. Olimar's aren't bad, but Ridley's are easy. So Ridley's got the best shot by far to get in at the end here. But if they all end up winning, or at least end up tied at the top there, then it will come down the way they are, the 3 of them. It will come down to who was able to beat Swordfighter. If someone has that match, they win the tiebreaker. If nobody did, then it would be who beat Incineroar. If nobody has that win, then we'd go back to go up below them to see who would win the tiebreaker. So it would come down to that. It's looking like it's going to be super close. Let's see where everyone ended up. All right, so what do we have after 19? We had Isabelle beating Pikachu, Game & Watch beating Joker, Sonic over Pokemon Trainer, Zero Suit Samus over Robin, Wii Fit Trainer over Samus, Daisy beating Duck Hunt, Incineroar beating Richter, Ike defeating the Mii Sword Fighter, Olimar over Sephiroth, and finally Ridley beating Min Min. We've got Incineroar, number 1 now, 14-4, beat Sword Fighter in set 12 to take over that number 1 spot now, tied 14-4 with him. They're both good for the top 8 for sure. Min Min 12-6 now is number 3 still. Olimar and Ridley same 12-6. They all won 1 and lost 1. That's why Min Min didn't go anywhere just yet. But 2 sets left. If it's still that way at the end, we're going to have some extra tiebreakers to find out who goes where. And 12 wins do not clinch because the top 8, that is, because of Robin still being at 10-8 at number 9 with a chance, and because none of those 12-6s, like we said, outright wins that tie, which means none of them for sure would make it in. If any of them had won the tiebreaker at all, then they would be in for sure, because there's only that one other person that can make it in, and that's Robin. But anyway, after those 12-6s, we have the 11-7 Isabelle and Ike still tied. Beat set 3 Isabelle, that is, over Ike. 11-8 Sephiroth dropping down to number 8. He should be good, though. I believe we did look that up. He did beat Robin, right? Yeah, just in set 18. So even if Robin, the only one who can tie him up next set while he's on his bide, wins, he'll still be 8. She'll still be 9. That is, if she can win. At 10-8 there by herself, number 9. 8 losses, can still make the top 3, though, as we said. So that's pretty crazy. 9-9, it's actually the same pretty much as, maybe not that, the same as every other division, but 10 wins does secure playoffs here, just like it does in the other divisions, except for blue. Not quite, it's 11 for blue. And there's also, just like in the others except for blue, there's 9 fighters here that have secured those playoff spots. And then below there, though, we have so many still, and we will throw up some extra, all the standings for all the divisions for you Temple nerds out there for some more statage in this bid here. 9-9 Richter and Pikachu, still a shot at the top 8. Richter beat Pikachu set 2, so he's been above him the whole time. 8-10 Game & Watch now, who beat in set 10, beat the 8-10 Ice Climbers, taking that spot from them, but those 2 are still in the playoffs. Those are the last 2 spots. 8-10, you need 8 wins to get in for sure. 10 wins being the most anybody can get right now. And that getting you in for sure means that, yes, the 10-win Robin does get in there. Then after the 8 and 10s there, the ones just out of playoffs, 7-11, 4-way tie again here. It's Joker, and then Sonic, then Samus, and then Trainer. Sonic taking that moving middle spot, number 15 there. Joker beat Sonic and Samus, but Sonic beat Samus and Trainer. And Samus, we already knew, beat Pokemon Trainer. And so there's that order. Pokemon Trainer and Samus now out of that moving middle. Then we have Zero Suit Samus still in it too at 7-12, and then Daisy and Wii Fit Trainer also still in this at 6-12. Duck Hunt's out at 3-15. Out of the moving on chance as well, but everybody's still in the playoff hunt somehow. It's insane. As far as like all the other divisions go, there's no other division that's like that. Again, we have the 10-8 is making it in most divisions, and that means there's also 9 that make it in most divisions, except only 8 making it in the blue right now. So 1 extra playoff spot for them, although they have the most eliminations already. So it's really not as contentious for those last, even though there's an extra spot maybe still open. A little less contentious there. Same with the green, although there's 1 less spot now. There's only 4 spots in the green left, just like in the red and the yellow. The green also has 4 eliminated, not 5 yet, like blue, but does have 4 eliminated already. So again, there's only a few extras that can make those. There's 4 in and 4 out that can still get in right now for the green. The red's a little more like the yellow, but with 3 eliminated already there. And actually, the red is allowing in. There's 1 11 loss that's going to make it in the red. So that's actually the lowest ranked record needed right now. There's definitely 1 11 loss fighter that's going to make the playoffs. Right now it's a Ryu at 8-11 who still needs his bye, so he can still go 9. But yeah, it could be 12. It could be 12 to get in still somehow in all these divisions, of course. But yeah, the yellow's the only one with only one fighter eliminated officially from the playoff contention, meaning everybody else is still in it for those last 4. There's only 4 spots, and there's like 10 fighters left that can still make it. It's pretty crazy. And again, still all those spots basically open at the top in the top 8. That's also unlike any other division. For the yellow here, we only have Incineroar and Swordfighter making it so far. It's because there's so low records at the top and at the very, very top. And then there's a lot of actually like 12s and 11s and whatnot. And then there's so many, again, still alive for the playoffs with decent records because everyone's got like a decent bit of wins in this division here. But the red has 3 that clinched the top 8. The green has 4 that clinched and maybe even more than that. I may have gotten that a bit wrong. It may be more than that. I think maybe just that, though. Yeah, maybe just 4, maybe 5 actually for the green. I take that back. And 5 again for the blue. So only 2 here in the yellow. Yeah, there is still a lot of potential in that for the top 8 to change. It is just insane here. Loving it, loving it. What do we got next, of course, is that red in that set 20. Second to last set. Here we go. Young Link taking on Yoshi. Me Brawler versus Zelda. Kirby against Jigglypuff. Lucario taking on Ryu. Greninja versus Terry. Peach against Pyra and Mythra. Marth taking on Fit. And our first of our 4 best, Mario then versus K Rool. Hero against DK. And finally, Byleth versus Simon. That'll be an awesome one. Byleth number 1. Simon is actually number 8. But again, there's still a lot of chances for people to make that top 8. And for Simon to make even more headway there. Dr. Mario, 11 and 8 on a bye. Just like right there. We got these guys next in their set 20. Of course, going to be an amazing one. Sonic first at 7 and 11, taking on Incineroar at 14 and 4. Oof. Pikachu then, he's 9 and 9 up against Pokemon Trainer at 7 and 11. And then we got Samus at 7 and 11. She's got the easier one against Daisy, 6 and 12. Needs that win, of course. Then another one who needs the win, Ridley, 12 and 6 against the other one there who needs the win, who we're talking about in the 6 and 12 Wii Fit Trainer. Then, of course, Ridley wants that win as well to get that top 3. Then we have, of course, Ridley and then Olimar, the other 12 and 6 with him, taking on Zero Suit, who also needs that last win at 7 and 12, or she's out. Then we got Duck Hunt, the only one that's out, 3 and 15, taking on Richter, who's 9 and 9 in the middle. It's like not hugely important, but it is slightly for Richter. He can still go up, he can still go down the whole way out, he can go up into the top 8, so he's got a lot of room there to work with. But Duck Hunt's out, of course. And then our best ones, though, Robin is going to start off 10 and 8, taking on Game & Watch at 8 and 10. That one is incredible. And then we matched everybody else up because of their records. After that, we got Joker, the last of the 7 and 11s. He's up against Isabelle at 11 and 7. And then we got Climbers at 8 and 10, who are taking on Ike up at 11 and 7 with Isabelle. And then finally, it's Min Min at 12 and 6, taking on the Sword Fighter at 14 and 4. That is going to, of course, be amazing. Min Min a chance to, again, solidify maybe that top 3, because Ridley and Olimar are coming for it as well. But yeah, that would help everybody out if she would drop Sword Fighter down again. Sephiroth on a bye, 11 and 8. We mentioned he's not going to drop out of the top 8 yet in that set, but we'll see. One left to go after that. Like, subscribe, tune in for that. Tune in for the next ones. Let me know who you think is going to win down to the end. Check everything else out we got on the channel. I am Randy, the Nerds Templar, in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. Peace out.